glorious, glorious, glorious afternoon. It is your favorite Pleiadian starseed, magical Rachel Renee. I am chilling at the park right now, letting my daughter play while we wait for my other two children to get out of school. And I just had to come through with a quick message about perspective, okay? So, when I was growing up, my parents were in the military. They were very Christian, very involved in the church. And for a long time, probably from like second grade till like 11th grade, we were living in this house in Columbia, South Carolina. When my parents divorced, we still lived in the house. Me and my sister lived in the house with my mother. So growing up, you know what I'm saying, we had the beautiful 4-bedroom house, the driveway, big front yard, big backyard, swing set. It was in a nice neighborhood, all these beautiful like physical things. So now that I'm an adult, I'm 37, about to be 38 in April, and me and my children are living in a hotel. So, you know what I'm saying? Mind you, it's only been for, I think, since last January 2023. So it's been like 2 years that me and my kids have kind of been like displaced from what you would consider a normal housing environment. So on the outside, of course, that looks like instability, that looks like lack, that might look irresponsible, it might even look dangerous, skeptical, sketchy. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna look down on that. Like, oh my God, you're grown and you live in a hotel with your children. Especially compared to my parents, right? Because they were in the military. We had a house, well, a vehicle, all these nice things. But let me tell you, me and my children have peace. Me and my children have love. Me and my children have joy. Me and my children have trust. Me and my children have open communication. Me and my children have no favoritism. Okay? You can't send one person to get a yes because the other one is gonna get a no. Nah, it's gonna be no to all four of y'all motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? So on the outside, judging by the physical things, okay, it looks like I'm lacking. It looks like I've fallen short. It looks like I've dropped the ball. But on the inside of this family dynamic, on the inside of this relationship with my children, I am closer to them than I ever was, especially with my mother. Me and my children's bond is closer than anything I've with any member of my family. They can come to me and tell me something and not have to face judgment. They can come to me and tell me something. And even if they've created a mess, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show them where they fucked up at and show them how we finna fix it. Okay? I am my kid's safe space. Like, I literally used to run away, like pack my shit and be standing at the door when I was a fucking kid. I can remember the first time wanting to run away. We were living in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I wasn't even fucking 8 years old yet. And I was already wanting to get the fuck away from my parents and my family. Like, for that long. Especially after my parents divorced. If you knew me when I was in middle school, high school, when I was in middle school, I started drinking and smoking. When I was in high school, I started running away like once a fucking week. Like, I hated it. I hated my home life. I hated my parents. I hated my family dynamic. Whatever was supposed to be home was not in that house. It was outside. I loved being in the woods. I loved being outside. I loved being by myself. I wasn't even like hanging out with friends and like going to parties and doing a bunch of shit like that. I was by myself. Even as a child, that was my safe space, by myself. So to be a parent now and I'm my kids' safe space, my kids know as long as they're with me, they're going to be safe, they're going to be provided for, they're going to be protected, okay? They're going to be happy. Like, so from the outside, materialistic wise, it might be like, damn, you dropped the ball. Like, you're regressing. You're not providing your children with the same things your parents provided you with. There's shit. I don't have a car. I don't have a home. I don't have no money. I don't have shit to show from what my parents did. Okay? my blessings are going to go all the way to my fourth generation. My great 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 grandkids are going to be living off of what I do today. Okay. And the relationship that I have with my children is irreplaceable. So, whereas materialistic wise, that's the lowest rung. Just so you know, that's the lowest rung on this energetic scale of life. Materialistic wise, it might seem like I'm lacking compared to what my parents offered me. But emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically, I top anything that my parents ever did. And yeah, that puts me above them. I broke the generational curse of favoritism. I broke the generational curse of prejudice. I broke the generational curse of being negative and being hateful. I broke the negative generational curse of speaking doubt into my children. So, before you look on the outside at somebody's situation and say, well, you had better, or you were given better, or you were treated better, was it really better? Or did they just have a bunch of physical shit that the world says that you need? Because we have a roof over our head, we have lights, we have internet, all my kids have phones, they all have clothes, they all eat well every day, they all drink water consistently, they all eat vegetables. Like, I don't even play that shit. Like, they're all smart, they're all respectful, they're all kind. Like, what are they lacking? Oh, because we don't have a home filled with bickering, a home filled with fighting, a home where you would rather hide in your room than come out and talk to the other people in the household, a home that feels like a prison because you're constantly being met with negative words. Anytime you have a goal or a dream, somebody shoots it down, tells you it's not realistic. But it's like literally people that I went to school with that are doing great and amazing things. But I was told that I could never be a fashion designer. I could never be an artist. I could never be a writer. Like, the house that I grew up with sucked ass. It did. It sucked ass. And my children have never felt any of that pain, not even an inkling. So before you try to say that I'm doing worse than my parents, understand that you're probably low vibrational as fuck and you're only going based off materialistic things. Because when it comes to being a parent, I'm definitely way better than either one of mine's ever was.